So, Sriyashbhai, you can hear me well, right?
Yes, Bante, I can hear you.
Oh, thank you. Everyone, please say 3 times together. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Good evening to everyone. Mm, Today too, I'm going to conduct the meditation program of Buddhi Vihara from the same temple that we met last week online. So this village is also situated very far from Colombo. So if there is any signal problem, so I would like to apologize, but hopefully I think you can hear me well. I checked the last week recording and it looked like pretty good. So maybe the sound quality is still good, even though I'm doing it from this rural village. So first of all, uh, uh, so I want to remind everyone that we are continuously practicing the first step of breathing meditation. But starting from this week, we are going to practice the second step of breathing meditation. So during the first step of breathing meditation, I already taught everyone to focus on the normal breath, bare breath, which is coming in and which is going out. But today we are going to learn the second step. So in this second step, what you have to do is you have to narrow down your focus on your breath. So now, instead of focusing on the breath, which is inside your nostrils, so we are going to observe the touch of the breath within the triangle area. So within the big triangle area, so below the nostrils and above the upper lip, right? So, uh, so when the breath comes and touch these areas, what we do is we start to focus and we start to be aware. So earlier, we were observing the movement of your breath inside the nostril. But during the second step, what you do is, so you observe the touch of the breath, which is that you feel below the nostrils and above the upper lip, within the whole area. So when the breath comes and touches, please try to be aware. Please try to stay aware. If the breath comes and touches this particular area, please stay aware and be aware. So when it is coming and touching, please be aware. So when you are breathing in, the breath will come and touch this area. So be aware that right now the breath is coming in and it is touching my triangular area. The triangular area below the nostrils and above the upper lip. And when it is going out, it will touch the same area. So at that time too, please be aware that right now my breath is going out and it is touching this area. Still, if there is any meditator who cannot focus on that, so who cannot feel it even after 20 30 minutes of meditation, so then at home, please try to practice the first step again. First step is very simple. When the breath is going in, you have to be aware that right now my breath is going in, is coming in. And when it is going out, you have to be fully aware that right now my breath, it is going out. If it is long, if it is short, if it is cross, if it is soft, let it be so. Just keep on being aware. That's what you have to do. And by that way, please try to develop inner concentration, inner calmness, right? Inner patience, and at the same time, inner peace and inner happiness. You have to work diligently for your own deliverance, for your own peace and happiness. So I sincerely expect, and I sincerely wish that you be able to achieve that goal. So in this world, uh, a moment of peace is better than thousands of moments where there is no peace. So uh, whenever you feel peace, even though you have so many troubles from the past, you gain the ability to let those things go, and you gain the ability to calm yourself down and feel relaxed. So that's a good thing. So therefore, please work hard for your own inner peace, for your own inner happiness. Not only during the Friday meditation session, but also at your home, right? At your home. Today, so before we start, I began to teach you the duties, uh, the good actions, the good behavior patterns that meditators should develop inside to build a good environmental background, social background, environmental background, uh, so which can help us to develop in this meditation practice. So therefore, I told you last week about the four kinds of families, and at the same time, I told you about the duty of a husband towards the wife, according to the Buddha. So a meditator follow those instructions, then not only that person gains the ability to build a good family. So because of that good family background, that person can gain the ability to maintain peace, inner peace, and then that person can use that uh, peace of mind into deeper concentration levels while practicing meditation. So that's why we are teaching these things for you. So today I'm going to teach you about the duties of a good behavior pattern of a wife that she uh, that is better for her to practice towards the husband. So I will teach you them in brief. So we start. So please write them down. Uh, Responsibilities or good behavior patterns of a wife towards the husband. So, so there are five good behavior patterns, good habits, good action, positive actions that a wife can do, the wife can follow towards the husband. So number one is, according to Buddha, Susangvihita Kammanta. Susangvihita Kammanta means organized work plan. I mean, to organize work plan. So that is something which is very important. So for a family, right? So for a family, uh, if everything is not organized, then the family members cannot keep unity, and at the same time, the family members won't be able to do things on time, and that can create um, a lot of conflicts between among the family members. So therefore, the first duty of wife towards the husband and the family is so having organized work plan, right? So when it comes to the works of inside the house, works inside the house and outside the house and everything, better to have a good organized work plan. So if you're a very good wife. Then number two is Sangata Parijana. Sangata Parijana means when husband's friends come to your home. So if they are good friends, if they are nice friends, then we have to welcome them well. A good wife has to welcome them well, and then should mingle with them, and then uh, so should treat them in a good way, so that they can uh, they can develop pleasant minds, pleasant thoughts about the family, about the husband, and then about the wife. So it also can cause pride, right? So it also can cause pride in in husband's mind, so that so later on, because of that behavior pattern, so the husband will love the wife. So treating the the friends of husband well. So when they come to the house, if you give coffee or tea or something, if you serve with those things, and then at the same time welcoming them with a nice smile, I'd asking them to sit, and then if it is the meal time, asking them to come and have a meal. If you do such kind of things, then so that's how you welcome husband's friends to your home well, right? So that also strengthens the bond of husband and wife. Then number three, anaticharini, not safe. Anaticharini means uh, becoming a lady who doesn't surpass the husband. That means instead of committing adultery, that wife has to be honest, right, and loyal towards the husband. That is called as anaticharini. This also creates harmony uh, and sincerity, and sincerity and a strong bond inside the family. So therefore, third factor is good behavior pattern is not committing adultery. Number four, sambatang anurakthani. Sambatang anurakthani means uh, so when the husband and wife, when both of them accumulate money, so by doing various kinds of professions, both of you may be um, so maybe earning money, and for sure you earn money, and that money so should be spent, right? Should be spent careful, not in a so uh, so understanding the limits of boundaries of your family, right? If you are so if you are so family, you have to understand limits that you can afford. If you go beyond that, then what will happen is the whole family will crack down, will break down. Therefore, so um, so she has to take initiative. So husband also has this responsibility, but also the wife should take the initiative along with the husband to save the family wealth, so that uh, to save the family wealth, so that the family economy would go smooth. So that is the fourth duty of a wife towards the husband and the family. And number five, last one, Dakkachahut Anlasa Sabbakiches in those days language Pali. That means you have to be a clever person, a so a person who doesn't have laziness. So when it comes to various kinds of duties, right? So let it be a duty which is related to your home, or let it be a duty that which is related to uh, the outside society, right? Uh, so outside of your house. So in all those occasions, we have to be very, very so the wife has to be very efficient. So she has to clever. She has to be clever and not lazy when it comes to fulfilling uh, all those duties. I mean, all those responsibilities that you have to undergo, that you have to fulfill. So, for your home or for the people who live outside of your home. So, this is the fifth one. Uh, so, this is the fifth duty. This is the fifth positive action. This is the fifth uh, good action to follow, good behavior pattern to follow for a wife when it comes to creating a very good family environment for a midday. So hope that you will do it and create a good family background so that you can live so peacefully uh, as a family, and so that then because of that you will be able to have peace of mind, and then because of that peace of using that peace of mind, so you will be able to concentrate the mind faster, and then developing concentration you will be able to use it to practice vipassana, and by that way you will be able to develop deep wisdom, and developing deep wisdom you will be able to attain real peace, real happiness, nibbana. That's why we need a very good family background. So now, with that understanding, we are going to start today's meditation session. Now, everyone, please get ready. Please keep your right palm on your left palm. And now, please keep your back straight, neck straight, head straight. Then, please close your eyes. First, I will pay a sincere respect and gratitude towards the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. Then after that, we'll start today's meditation session. Everyone, please concentrate. Namo tase bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhase. Namo tase bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhase. Namo tase bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhase. Itimiso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho vinyacharane sampanno sugato lokaminu anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati satta deva manussanam buddho bhagavati swakato bhagavata dhammo Sangnitiko akaliko, ehipasiko opanaiko, pachatang veditamo, vinyuhiti. Sumani pangno bhangeveto savaka sango, ujupani pangno bhangeveto savaka sango. Nyaya patipangno bhangeveto savaka sango. Sami Tipani Pangno Bhagavato Samaka Sangho Yadidang Chattari Purisa Yugani Ate Purisa Puggelang Ese Bhagavato Samaka Sangho Ahuneyo Pahuneyo Nakineyo Anjali Karaniyo Anutterang Punyaketang Lokasati. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. With a very calm mind, with a very quiet mind, with an alert, very attentive mind, with a balanced, very patient mind. Everyone, please start your meditation. If you are a new meditator, please practice the first step of breathing meditation, just keep on observing the breath, which is coming in and which is going out through your nostril. When it is coming, be aware that it is coming. When it is going out, please be aware that it is going out. If it is long, if it is short, if it is short, if it is soft, let it be so. Please keep on observing. And at the same time, so all students, please start practicing the second step of breathing meditation. And now letting go the bear breath, so normal breath. So please start observing the touch of the breath within the triangular area below the nostrils and above the upper lip. Now, everyone, please start your meditation. May your meditation be very, very successful. Very, very successful. Everyone, please start your meditation. Please start your meditation. How many people? Now, if your legs are paining, the new meditators, they can change their posture, but please keep the eyes closed. We are going to practice loving kindness meditation in breath. Everyone, please keep the eyes continuously closed. Let's share a sincere loving kindness with all the beings in the world. All the beings in the world. First, let's share our loving kindness with ourselves. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. May I be very peaceful. Please spread your loving kindness towards yourself first. Now, let's spread our loving kindness towards our dear parents, teachers, relatives, and friends. Please think. May my dear mother, may my dear father, may my dear teachers, relatives, and friends be well, be happy, be peaceful. May they be very peaceful. Please spread your sincere loving kindness towards all those people, your parents, teachers, relatives, and friends. Now, let's spread our loving kindness towards the people in the middle, the neutral people. Neutral people are the people, those who are not our friends, same time who are not our enemies. May all the neutral people be well. May all the neutral people be happy. May all the neutral people be peaceful. May they be very peaceful. Please spread your loving kindness towards all the neutral people. Now, please spread your loving kindness towards your enemies. people that you don't like. No use of keeping grudges in mind. The more you keep, the more you suffer. So the wise is bound to give up the grudges that they do have towards the other. To be a wise person, let go of the grudges. Spread your loving kindness towards all your enemies. Please think. May my enemies be well. May my enemies be happy. May my enemies be peaceful. May they be very peaceful. Please spread your loving kindness towards your enemy. Now, let's spread our loving kindness towards all the beings in the world. Human beings, animals, birds, fish, and all the visible and invisible beings. Please. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. May they be very peaceful. Spread the loving kindness towards all the beings in the world. Bhavattu sampe mangalang rakhantu sampe devatam samme buddhanubhavine sabbe dhammanubhavine sabbe sanganubhavine sada stuti mavang stuti. Everyone, please say loudly 3 times. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Dear Dhamma friends, now we are continuously practicing a breathing meditation. And today the old students who came since January, they were instructed to practice the second step of breathing meditation. And the newcomers, they were kindly requested to practice the first step. And at the same time, I would like to request everyone to use this meditation. So the concentration that you gain from meditation so while doing your day-to-day activity. So even though you cannot concentrate on those things at once, so please try to concentrate at least on one action that you do daily. For an example, so if it is the morning meal time or the lunch time or the dinner time, so you can select one of them. So during those times, such kind of times, you can be aware. You can use your concentration and be aware. So during that time, from moment to moment, during that action, from moment to moment. Now, or you can select so brushing, so the time that you use to brush your teeth, the time that you use so to have a bath, bathing, or any other thing that you do daily. So even the time. So even the time that you walk from your when you go to your workplace. So from the time that you so get away from your car, get out of your car. So to the time that you enter your office. So during that time to so you can use that particular period of time also to practice mindfulness, to practice so moment to moment awareness. So that's the way how you practically use the concentration that you develop with it. So please do it like that. Last week we started to learn about the 5 enemies of meditation and life, and so I hope all of you remember the first one, Kama Chanda in English. So Sriyansh Bhaiya, can you remember?
Yes, Bante.
Yeah. So what is the first enemy of so meditation and life?
Addiction, Bante. Addiction to
Yeah.
sensual pleasures.
Yes, addiction to sensual pleasure. That's number one. Then today we are going to learn about number two, aversion. Aversion. In English it is called as so. In Pali it is called as so. Vyapad. Vyapad. Vyapad or aversion. Is a deeper word. Aversion so come with can come up with various maps. So there are certain emotions that we feel, but deep down, what according to Buddha, which lies is so the aversion. For an example, so there is a person who wear mask, and this person has multiple marks around that person. So time to time, this person wear those marks one by one. The masks differ, but the person is the same. So this is like that. So aversion so stays underneath, but from the surface level, we see various versions, various masks of this aversion. So if you want, you can write them down. Number one is anger. Anger is one mask of aversion. Number two, one is anger. Number two is jealousy. Number three is fear. Number four is irritation. Number five is disgusting feeling. So disgust. Number six, so discriminating feeling. Right. So there are such kinds of so these are a few, uh, but there are such kind of masks of this aversion. So and it always bothers us, interrupts us, makes us unhappy. So then at the same time, when you have to deal with this vyapada or aversion, it is very hard for us to concentrate. Such kind of person won't develop in the practice. That's why Buddha called it the Buddha Buddha called it as an enemy of meditation and life. Right? So whenever we develop a feeling of aversion, even though we don't see, it burns our mind and body both. So it burns our mind because so the thoughts, when there is an anger, so all the consequent thoughts that you produce from throughout all the moments while you are having anger, experience anger, so all of them are on fire, they're burning. And at the same time, so that behavior of your brain, so uh, it influences the body to increase temperature. Therefore, the body also will get affected. And so physically, materially, both body and mind, both the body and the brain, they'll get affected. At the same time, mind also will get affected. Sometimes certain people, out of anger, they do foolish actions. So sudden anger, they do foolish actions, and finally they regret. For an example, in the past, so there was a hunter, and this hunter had the mongoose, right? And then one day, one cobra came to this home. This mongoose fought with the cobra and killed it. The hunter had a baby, very small baby. So in the evening, when the hunter was returning home to see his family happily, and at that time he saw this mongoose covered with blood. So the mongoose wanted to show its heroic action to his master. So it ran towards the direction so with the hunter was coming. At that time, the hunter was so angry, thinking that the mongoose would have harmed the baby. So he shot and killed the mongoose. So when he came inside, he saw the safe baby and the dead snake. He understood everything, and he started crying. He started lamenting, but there was no. Everything had happened according to a way. Well, there was no return, right? So therefore, we have to understand, whenever we get angry, we don't see what is right and what is wrong. And whenever we get this aversion, so we get deluded, and because of those delusions, we do various kinds of irrational actions, temporary irrational actions, and because of those irrational actions, we suffer. Therefore, wise people, they have to be careful from arousing this aversion. Especially meditators, they should try their best to suppress this aversion, so that you can develop in your own practice. So, whenever whenever there is an anger, the first step to get rid of that any aversion. Whenever you have aversion, the first step of getting rid of it is being aware that there is aversion. Right? So that's number one. You have to really accept, yes, I have anger. And then so what you have to do is, so you should try your best on the Buddha in Agata Pativinaya teaching. Buddha says, we should try our best to pay our attention to to another something that we can divert our attention. That's something that we can do. So we should try to think of something that can that we can stop thinking about this factor, which is which is creating anger or aversion, any kind of aversion inside your mind. So if it is not working, then you have to think about the consequences if you develop aversion. Develop aversion, you have to think, if I develop this aversion, there will be anger, hatred, to ill will, to or jealousy, or fear, or disgust, or any such kind of a kind of aversion. So when it develops, what happens is it's not good for your body and mind, and it cuts out my life short. It to make me so it reduce my beauty, right? So it takes away my comfort, right? It takes away my strength, right? It so it takes away my time that I can use for any kind of a good action, a useful action for me. So and it also destroyed my spiritual growth. So when you think like that, when you think about the consequences of getting angry, so that will help you stop thinking about this factor, so which creates anger inside you, and then that will help you to get rid of your own aversion, the form of aversion that you are experiencing. And at the same time, so there are uh, there are times that you cannot so that you cannot help uh, so that you cannot stop thinking about certain things which happen in your life that can create very strong aversion. So you have to understand, as a good spiritual practitioner, to no use of doing things under any angle. You will feel relief for a very short time, but you will suffer for a very long time. Therefore, just like a person to who uh, to who bears pain, to biting one's own teeth, right, stiffing one's own body, so you also should please try your best to make your body stiff, and then to uh, develop a very strong determination that whatever it happens, I am not letting this aversion to influence me. So I know it will pass away. Let it pass away when it passes. So I will wait until you go. So thinking so, you have to stop yourself. If not, you will have to suffer for a longer period of time. So when you to act upon that anger. So whenever you get angry at a person, there are 5 ways. So there are several ways to think. So please write them down too. Please write these things down. So uh, there are certain people that we get angry at. So in these people, the action, they are verbal actions. That means their words, they are good, but their actions are bad. So getting angry is harmful, mainly for you. So therefore, to stop this aversion, this anger, so you please try to think like this. Even though this person's Physical actions are bad. This person's words, speech is very nice, right? So thinking, focus on that person's very good speech. And when you think about that person's speech, a positive speech, then the more you think about, focus on it, that one, you gain the ability to forgive for the wrong physical action. So then you gain the ability to control your anger too. And then uh, so by that way, you stop yourself from taking unnecessary, dangerous steps. And at the same time, so that will help you to get rid of your anger fast. Number two, there is a person that you get angry at. In this person, the words are bad, but actions are good. And at that time, you have to think, even though this person, so whenever that person does something to make you angry, so to make you develop aversion, at that time you have to think like this. Even though this person's words are bad, this person's deeds are great. So thinking like that, to focus on that person's past good action and think about them thoroughly. When you think about those past good actions, you gain the ability to control yourself, you gain the ability to forgive that person, and you gain the ability to handle that situation with peace. Third person, there is another person who doesn't do good actions often. That means physically or verbally. That person never so really speaks nice words, rarely does good action. But still that person does one for a time. I mean, once a blue moon, this person does it. So if whenever you something happens to get angry at such kind of person, what you should do is please focus on that person's rare good action and think, oh, if there are so many people in the world, those who don't do any good action, verbally or physically, among them, still this person is a good person. So therefore, so I uh, so I appreciate and I focus on this person's rare good action. Whenever you focus on the rare good actions of that person, then what will happen is you gain the ability to manage yourself and forgive that person, and then so that will help, right? That will help you to stable yourself, and at the same time not to take wrong measures, so not to uh, so not to do hasty harmful actions towards that person. So you gain the ability to manage, and later on that will help you to forgive that person. There's another person that you get angry at. In this person, when you try to find some kind of positive action that person did in the past, you don't remember any. So either by words, this person, you don't remember anything about this person which is positive. Then at such time, you have to think about this person with pity. You know, there are people, we get news reports about certain people who get lost in the middle of the desert. So their heart to finding them is very hard. The only thing that we can do is we can be pitiful and wish that may they be able to save themselves. That's it. So this is the same. So this person is maybe because of childhood experiences or past life experiences or because of anything. This person is tempted to do bad, even though how much you try, you see that they don't change, right? So uh, therefore, the only thing that you can do is being pitiful and wishing that may this person change. So instead of anger, when you meet such kind of people who have the tendency to do bad actions all the time, so instead of strong hatred, please develop pity towards such kind of people. So mentally, even though you don't associate them closely, so staying far away from that person, still spread your loving kindness and wish that may this person change and become positive individual. So you the pity. By that way, you gain the ability to control your aversion, and you gain the ability to handle the situation. Number five. So number five, the fifth person is the person who is just like uh, so um, so who is a person who does good actions all the time, both verbally, that person speaks very nice words and does very nice. So such kind of person is similar to a pure pond. It doesn't matter whether you enter to the pond from the north, south, the east, or west. You can still drink very pure water, from that pond. In the same way, good person who does good actions all the time, who does good, who speak nice words all the time, they are very good ponds where you can bring water from inside. So still, there are certain people who accuse such kind of people. You have to understand, in this world, the accusation is something which stays throughout, which stood and which stays and which will stay in among the human beings. You can't please everybody. Once Buddha said, so not only today, even in the past, people scolded. Sometimes they scold to the person who speaks a little. Sometimes they scold at the people who speak not very little, not very long, to the medium. So and at the same time, some of them accuse at the people who speak longer, right? So uh, this is the nature of the human world. What to do? Therefore, we have to understand that, and then we have to. So even though you are a good person, when you are accused, so you have to understand it this way. It may be either something that you did in the past, or so maybe that's an accidental thing. So understand that this is not a new thing. Then accordingly, please face it with the so maintaining the peace of mind. So that's another way how you can deal with. If not, what will happen is the anger will grow. The anger is just like a poisonous tree. The more water you put in, the more manure you put in, so that tree will grow, and finally it will only give you um, so very poisonous growth. Aversion is the same. The more you, the more thoughts that you invest on them, so that way those very thoughts that you invest, they will become manure, fertilizer for the poisonous tree called aversion. Then it will produce very strong poisonous food, fruits, and when you eat them, so um, so so that will be harmful. So those very fruits will be harmful for you and for the others. So therefore, you have to kill this poisonous tree called aversion at the beginning. So let me tell you a story from the Buddha before I conclude. So this story's name is the story about anger eating demon. Anger eating demon. This story, there was a very small, very tiny demon in the demon realm. One day, it visited. So, but it was an so eater of anger. So, so he was called as the anger eating demon. Whenever one day it went to the palace where the leader of all divine beings were, and when it went to the gatekeepers of that divine palace saw it and started scolding at this anger eating demon. They told, "Oh, tiny, ugly anger, so demon, go away, run away from. So don't come in." Whenever it heard so these words, it grew in size, right? It grew in fears. So its fierce look also grew, and it was stinking more, right? So it became more stinky. And then after that, the uh, so then it started proceeding, and the royal guards, they were afraid. They were afraid to catch that anger-eating demon because its whole body had thorns all around it. So they also grew when they scolded. And then after that, all the other royal guards who saw this anger-eating demon, they also started scolding. So, oh, ugly, uh, bad, so bad-looking, stinky demon, why are you inside this divine palace? This is the palace of so the leader of all the divine beings. So run away, don't come here. So they started shouting with such kind of words. But the more they started scolding, its size grew, its stinkiness grew, and at the same time, its look also grew. It became um, a big demon at the end. Finally, it went and sat on the seat where the leader of all divine beings sit. So then all the people inside the divine palace, they came and started scolding, asking it to ordering it to leave. But it never left. It grew in size, grew in its fierce look, and grew to with its stinkiness. I mean, it became more stinky. Finally, in the evening, the king of the divine being, he came. When he came, he saw this huge, stinky, fierce demon inside his palace. When he asked details from his royal guards, they described everything. So the leader of divine beings went to this demon and started to talking to this demon. He said, "Oh, sir, how nice! I'm so glad that you are here. Welcome to the divine realm. So this is your place now. You can enjoy. Welcome. I'm so glad that you're my guest." He told. When he told all these nice words, that anger-eating demon's size grew. So uh, so size got reduced, stinkiness got reduced, and the fierce look went away to a certain extent. Then after that, uh, the leader of divine being, he kept on talking. What do you like to eat? Do you like to eat? In United States, we have various kinds of stuff. Let's use those things as an example. Do you like bagels? Do you like cakes? Do you like papaya salad or tofu curry? Or do you like hamburger or anything? So do you like those things? Or do you like ice cream, pudding, and banana, apple, or like the more he kept on asking all these things nicely, it grew lesser in size, lesser in stinkiness, and lesser in so it fierce look also got reduced. Finally, it became that very tiny, small demon uh, that entered, that tried to enter this uh, divine abode. Finally, uh, finally, what happened was the uh, the king of divine being, he ordered the royal guards to throw away this ugly demon outside of the divine palace. So we have to understand this, and then we have to get rid of our anger. We have to control our aversion, and that will help us to develop in our practice. So for that, please use the very things that I taught you to use when you encounter any emotion related to aversion, right? With that, I'm going to conclude. I have to go for a dana right now. Therefore, so I sincerely wish that by the power of all the positive energy that we accumulated, may all our troubles be away, may all the good things happen in our life, may all of us be able to develop in this noble Dhamma practice and finally attain real peace, real happiness, purification of mind, Nibbana. Everyone, please consider. අභිවාදන සීනිස නිච්ඡං වද්දා පචායිනෝ චත්තාරෝ ධම්මා වඩ්ඩಂತಿ ආයුවන්නෝ සුඛං බලං ආයුරාෝග්‍ය සංපatti සග්ග සංපatti මේවච අතෝ නිබ්බාන සංපatti ඉමිනාති සමිච්ඡතු. May you all be well. May you all be happy. May you all be very, very peaceful. Very, very peaceful. May all the good happen. Okay. Right. Let me unmute everyone. Right. Good night, Priyansh Bhaiya.
Have a nice day, Bante. Thank you so much.
Okay. Then all right. Now, Miss Talia, good night.
Good day, Bante, and be safe.
May all the good happen. Mrs. Jane, good night.
Have a great day ahead, Bunty. Thank you.
May all the good happen to you, Miss Jane. Jennifer, good night.
Thank you. Good night.
May all the good happen. Good night, Namal.
Good night, Bante. Take care.
May all the good happen. Mr. Mike, good night.
Good night, Bante.
Good night. May all the good happen. Mrs. Sunita, good night.
Good night, Bante.